Hi everyone and welcome to Display Repair. In this video we're going to show you how to recognize a bad car battery. Why is this so important? Well, mainly because if you think you have a bad battery, you have to be sure about it. Otherwise you may go and buy a new battery, install it, and the problems may continue and you may end up just throwing money away. So I hope this video helps and stay tuned.
DisplayRepair.com. Be sure to visit us at our website DisplayRepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips.
Now, the standard scenario when these kinds of problems happen is that you get to the car, you turn the ignition key, and there is no electric power in the car. There is electric power, but there is weak cranking. The dashboard lights may not appear at all. The dashboard lights may go dim when you turn the key to crank, and these are the most common symptoms of this problem. Now, when this happens, the first thing you should do is to try and jump start the car. We made a specific video on this topic, how to properly jump start a car. We always recommend that you have a pair of jumper cables in the trunk, and in this case, you should try to find a donor car if you're somewhere on a parking lot. If you have another one of your own cars, you can use that car. If you, which is rare, have a spare battery in the garage, you can try connecting that battery with jump start cables and try to start the car. If after connecting this battery the dashboard lights come to life, there is strong normal cranking, then probably the battery is the problem. But even in this phase, you shouldn't jump to conclusions, but do the next thing. Once you got the engine running, you should take a multimeter and check the alternator voltage. Now, this is very important when diagnosing if the battery is bad. We've made a specific video on this topic on how to check the voltage and how to check the battery with a multimeter. I'll leave a link in the card in the corner and in the video description so you can take a look. But in a nutshell, you take the multimeter, connect the testers to the battery terminals, and check the voltage. If everything is okay with the car, with the alternator, the installation, the connections and everything else, the voltage should be between 14 and 14.5 volts. That is okay. And this means that you should definitely replace the battery. The battery is the problem. If the voltage is lower than that, if it's under 13.5 volts, and 13.5 is borderline, but if it's under 13.5 volts, and especially if it's something like 12.5, 12.7 volts, then you have some other problem with the car. Maybe it's the alternator, again, maybe it's the voltage regulator, maybe it's something with the installation or a bad electrical connection. All in all, before changing the battery, you must check that system first, so the alternator and the recharging system, before you buy the battery. So once more, this is the key part of the video. If the multimeter shows 14 to 14.5 volts, you've probably got a bad battery. If it shows lower than that, lower than 13.5 volts, you should first check the alternator and the installation to the battery before buying a new one. After checking the alternator voltage, which is, in my opinion, the definitive sign should you buy a new battery or not, there is a couple of more things you should do to be extra safe, extra certain. And I recommend this. You don't have to do it, but again, it's a good thing to do to get a good picture of the condition of the battery. First, you should check the production date of the battery. On most batteries, it's located somewhere on the battery casing. You may get it with a little booklet that comes with the battery. Usually, and this is from my experience, the sort of middle class batteries, in the middle price range, tend to last about 3 to 4 years, maybe even 5, but 3 to 4 years is on average. If you have a better battery, it can even last more. Batteries last more on petrol engines than on diesel engines. All in all, if you see that the battery is older, then you can also expect that the battery is the problem and that you have to replace it. So after 3 or 4 years of the battery's lifetime, it is a suspect that it's actually causing the problem. One more very useful thing you can do besides checking the production date is checking the battery terminals and battery clamps. This will be obvious when you check the production date. If you see that there is a large amount of yellow, green, dusty residue on the battery terminals and on the battery poles, this is also a sign that the battery is on its last legs. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a definitive sign, But this is, at least from what I've seen, the residue comes from a certain chemical reaction within the battery, and those chemical reactions happen when the battery is on its last legs, So in that case, you can try to clean the terminals, clean the clamps, put everything into order, return the clamps, and you can try starting the car. But at least from what I've seen, this will not help, So when you see this large amount of residue, be prepared to buy another battery. Now, at this point, you can do two things. You can either go and buy a new battery, or you can do one more thing to be extra safe that the battery is the actual problem. To be honest with you, I always do this when I had a car battery problem in the past. I put the battery onto a charger. How does this help in recognizing a bad battery? Well, if you put the battery onto the charger and it charges really fast, it goes from fully depleted to fully charged in a matter of, let's say, half an hour or an hour, that battery is bad. It's in bad condition. It probably has a fused cell or a damaged cell inside of it, and its lifetime is finished. Also, if you hear a gargling, boiling sound from in the battery, also within a matter of 15 minutes or half an hour, something like that, also the battery is bad. You can also use charging the battery and the battery charger as a way to check if the battery is bad. To resume on this part, if you connect the battery and it goes from depleted to fully charged in 15 minutes, half an hour, or even an hour, that battery is probably bad and you can replace it. If you hear a boiling sound from within the battery soon after you've connected the charger, that's another sign that the battery is bad. But if you connect the charger and the battery properly charges, it takes a couple of hours, there are no signs of this, what I've told you, then the battery is good. And this is also one more sign that you should check something other besides the battery. One more sure sign that you should replace the battery is that the battery doesn't hold the charge. For instance, you recharge the battery, you install it onto the car, and the car starts normally. The cranking is normal. But in a matter of half an hour or an hour, the battery is dead once more. If you notice this, you should go and buy a new battery without any questions. Also, I'll mention a situation that I've seen, and that is when a battery suddenly goes out. So one moment the cranking is okay, the dashboard warning lights are properly illuminated, everything is fine, the cranking is strong, only for the next time when you want to start the car, there is nothing. No electric power, no cranking, no nothing. So if you have this situation, I would highly recommend buying a new battery so you don't get yourself into trouble. You can try to recharge it, but I don't think there will be any use of it. In most cases, the main problem for this is again, a damaged cell within the battery, and this produces an effect where you can charge the battery, but the battery can't hold the power. So in these cases, you should replace the battery as soon as possible. So dear viewers, as you've seen, it's very easy to recognize a bad battery provided you have the will, you have the time, and you have a multimeter. I would always recommend doing this. For what reason? I have seen numerous times that when people come across this kind of problem, they immediately run to the shop, buy a new battery, install it, pay a hefty sum of money for it, only to have the same problem the next morning or within the next couple of days. I don't know about you, but in my country, a new battery is from 50 to 60 euros upwards. The batteries for the start-stop systems and the more quality batteries are pretty expensive, so who needs to throw that kind of money away? Also, I would recommend having a multimeter in your toolkit, especially if you're a DIY car enthusiast. It's a cheap tool to buy, a couple of dozen euros, but it's a big help in diagnosing problems like with the battery and other car electric and electronic problems. A very good investment in any case. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. If you find the time, watch our other videos. There is other car related, maintenance related, and driving related videos that I hope will help and that you'll enjoy. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your time.